Hello everybody, this is Llodg, and today I'm going to be talking about my first thoughts on the Dynasty Warriors Origins demo. If you want to play the demo for yourself, you can download it on Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam. I am playing the demo on the Xbox Series X. Now I will say I have a very limited experience with Muso games. This is actually the first Dynasty Warriors game I've played, but I have played a number of the licensed games such as Hyrule Warriors, both Fire Emblem Warriors, and Persona 5 Strikers. I was going into this demo really expecting it to be a lot like Hyrule or Fire Emblem Warriors, and at its core it's really similar. However, there was also a lot of complexities to make it really unique to those other Warriors games. You have stuff like different equipable skills and attacks, employing different tactics with troops, and even riding a horse. All these additions really made the game much more enjoyable as it gives you more thought into the game other than just hitting really hard. Now you still hit really hard for most of the game, but these little additions just make it all better. This demo takes place during the Battle of Sishui Gate, which is an event that is described in the Chinese novel Romance of the Three Kingdoms. This may be a little embarrassing, but I didn't realize that the Dynasty Warriors games were based on anything. Also, I learned that there was a Koi turn-based strategy game that's also called Romance of the Three Kingdoms, so I'm going to assume that this was more based on the novel, and it might also be in the game. But yeah, I won't talk too much about the story since in the demo it's kind of just a setup for the battle, but it's pretty much a bunch of different lords and factions coming together to be able to defeat Deng Zhou. We are the Wanderer and are given command to some troops. Also, you get a choice of what you want to say. I don't know how much of this changes the story of the game, but I'm betting it's not much more than a different singular line of dialogue. But yeah, that's the basic story of the demo. Before you get into the battle, you are able to change your equipment and weapon along with your attack arts. You can even choose which companion you want with you. I'll go into more detail about the companions in a bit, but I'm really curious how many there will actually be in this game since I'm pretty sure they are scaling down after having like 90 playable characters in the last game. The battle is pretty much what you can expect from a Muso game. You have different bases you can go and capture, but this game is able to feel much bigger because of all the other commanders and lords fighting and taking their troops to different parts of the map, battling the enemy. And even just from the start, there are so many people on screen at one time, and the game is able to run really smoothly. As you're playing, you want to focus on the characters with a name, as they are able to withstand more than a couple attacks. As you're going through the battle and lords are fighting and defeating each other, you can see what the morale is of your troops and the enemies with this bar on the bottom right of the screen. It'll also shift just based on how the battle is going, and I believe if your troops have more morale, they'll do better in battle. The game plays really similarly to other Muso games. You have your basic and strong attacks that you can combo together, but you can also use your attack arts for even more damage. My favorite is the B art that will let you stop an enemy's attack midway through. You also have a Muso attack, which is just a big attack that'll clear the way for you. When the Muso gauge is completely full, you can go into War God Rage and be super strong, have your health regen with a big Muso attack at the end. In Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, you are able to swap between your characters with ease, but in Origins, at least as far as I can tell, you can only swap to them at specific times. Like I was able to swap once, but it was still really fun to play as another character, even if it was for a short time. As the battle progresses, our allies decide to attack the gate in a big epic battle. Throughout this battle, you can stop the enemy's tactics by defeating a certain amount of enemies, and you can even duel some of the lords. These duels are basically the same as regular fights, but you don't actually do any damage to them. Every hit fills the bar in your direction, but every time you get hit, it'll go in their direction. So basically, you have to keep hitting the enemy until you're able to disarm and kill them. These duels also have a time limit, so if neither of you are able to win the duel, the battle will just continue like normal. Eventually you're able to defeat all the enemy officers and win.
I'll show you how much better I am! Watch well. This is the power of the strongest warrior, unrivaled under heaven.
That is until Lu Bu comes to ruin our day. While I don't think the whole battle is all that difficult, it definitely wasn't a cakewalk, but Lu Bu makes it seem like the easiest game in the world. His attacks hit so hard and will take down everyone else in just a couple hits. Honestly, you have to be on your A game to even get close to beating him, using your items and dodging and parrying to the best of your ability. Though I didn't parry too much, I didn't realize how good it'd be. Despite trying over and over again and dying over and over again, I gave up trying to beat him. They say this boss won't be here in the actual game, so if you're worried about the game being too difficult at the start like this, you don't really have to worry about it. However, I couldn't get this game out of my head and replay the demo. And after trying so hard, I was finally able to beat Llodg on Wayfarer difficulty. I am honestly so proud of my abilities, and I will probably never be able to replicate it.
Take yourself. How could I lose?
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I also beat him with the Crescent Blade, but I really prefer to play with the regular sword. Also, a feature in this game that I really enjoy is that when you die, you can actually go back to specific checkpoints. You don't only have the option to go back to your last checkpoint or restart, you can go to specific points during the map, and I really enjoy that as you can go one before Llodg and refill on your items before you fight him because you know what's coming up. Like I said before, the game is able to look really good throughout it. I also really like the character designs a lot. The voice acting is fine in my opinion, it definitely feels a little stilted, but it's serviceable.
I, Wang Kuang, Governor of Henei, cede power to Lord Yuan Shao in order to defeat Dong Zhou.
Lord Wangquang, welcome.
The music is really good, which shouldn't be a surprise considering I love the music in all the Warrior spin-offs, but it's really good here as well and really adds to the intense fights.
I thought you would be more entertaining. You wretches truly are all alike.
This demo really made me remember how much I love the Warriors games. I had so much fun with it that I now want to go back and finish the 2 Fire Emblem Warriors games and definitely play Origins. I highly recommend you try out the Origins demo, it's seriously so fun. Let me know what you think about Dynasty Warriors Origins, I hope you enjoyed the video, have a good day, and goodbye.